Today is the day in the Dritte Liga, the final day, the final promotion push for Energie Cottbus. A win and they are promoted from the Jahn Stadion. It's Jahn Regensburg against Energie Cottbus. Hello from Will Downing. This is it. Cottbus lying in second place. Osnabrück already promoted. But there are three other sides of the hunt today. Duisburg in the promotion playoff spot, 2 points behind in third. Essen also 2 points behind in fourth. And Rostock are fifth. And they can't overtake Cottbus now. They're 5 points down. But they can still go up. An immense job performed by Cottbus and their boss Klaus-Dieter Wollitz. They've won 5 of the last 7 games. Jahn Regensburg, who were in the second flight last season but who went down. And Regensburg are unchanged from the side that lost 1-0 at Mannheim last week. So that means up front, Eric Hottmann with his 13 league goals this season. In front of a Jahn Stadion that should be largely full today. And as for Energie Cottbus, 2 changes in the side that scored that 2-1 comeback win at home against VN Wiesbaden last week. The captain is back, and here for the toss, Axel Borgman along with Tolcay Chiachi, who's been involved in more goals than anyone else this season. They're in for Henry Roig and Justin Butler. Tobias Reichel, the referee today, Marcelunga, Mitya, Stegemann, the assistants, the fourth official, Assad, Nuhum, and what a day for Cottbus. Plenty at stake, 12 years since they were last in the second flight. It's a reasonably long trip. Not the longest in this division. It's about a 9-hour return journey from Cottbus on the border with Poland right down to Bavaria and Regensburg, between Nuremberg and Munich. Tolcay Chiachi, he has been some man for them this season and player of the season for them. 17 goals scored and 16 assists. Cottbus with those 2 changes from last week. Understanding you might not have caught the lineup, so Jahn Regensburg and Pollersbeck in goal. The back four is Ziegler, Strauss, Worm and Seidel. In midfield, Oliveira, Saller, Fine, Eichinger and Schoenfelder. Up front is Eric Hottmann. And for Energie Cottbus, it's Funk in goal. A back four of Straudy, Manu, Naimeke, Owatri Grants, and the captain Axel Borgman. In midfield, defensive midfield, Palavan and Michel Brink. Attacking midfield, Chiachi, Cialis and Hannemann. And up front, Eric Engelhardt. 22 goals scored this season in the race for the Golden Boot. But for Energie Cottbus, the race that matters today is the automatic promotion spot. Kick-off times all coordinated up and down the country. All 10 games happening simultaneously. And what a travelling support for the Cottbus fans today. A win and Energie Cottbus go up back into the Zweite Bundesliga, the second flight for the first time in 12 years. If they draw, they still have the upper hand over Duisburg and Rot-Weiss Essen. They have a superior goal difference over both, but only 3 over Duisburg, 9 over Essen. Essen away at Ulm, Duisburg at home to Viktoria Köln, and they will be looking to score a lot of goals today. Cottbus only need the 1 so long as they don't concede. Borgman got his foot in on it. Cottbus in their changed colours of blue today. Spent so long getting out of the Regionalliga. They won it 2 years in a row, 2023 and 2024. It was automatic promotion second time around. They had to go through the playoffs the year before. That's something that there's quite a lot of talk about reorganising, reducing the 5 divisions down to 4 at Regionalliga level. Cottbus don't have to worry about that, and Regensburg, who have been a lot more regularly in this fighter of Bundesliga in the last few years, similarly for them. Marius Funk in goal for Cottbus today. Apparently has signed a contract heading to Stuttgart. Cottbus themselves are looking to sign Stuttgart goalkeeper Florian Hellstern, so it's almost a swap. Decent ball far side. Stoudy trying to keep it alive. It was with Moritz Hannemann. Came at the start of the season from Würzburger Kickers. Away by Funk again. And he only joined at the start of the season from Ingolstadt. He came through the ranks at Stuttgart. Was at the club 6 years before hitting professional football. Here's Borgman. So you may say there's a lot for Energie Cottbus to keep an eye on today, but all they have to do here is win. Sascha Hildmann, third coach of the season for Jahn Regensburg. Lucas Mitchell-Brink, and then on towards Eric Engelhardt with his 22 goals this campaign. Just on the edge of the area. They've only lost 2 of the last 8 games, Cottbus. Jahn Regensburg, it's a lot more up and down for a side who came down from the second flight last season. 2 wins, 2 losses in the last 4 games. They've been through the coaches this season. A bit more consistency under Sascha Hildmann. A bit too late for them, but they can only seek to build for next season. Down is Nick Seidel, loan from Nuremberg. Caught somewhat strongly. Ian Pollersbeck in the Jahn Regensburg goal had to come out very, very quickly, knocked it long with Wartwood Grant covering it, who's played almost every game this season. And Funk in trouble. Well, it might be the last game for Energie Cottbus for Marius Funk. Suddenly found himself charged down right in front of goal by Eric Hottman, who's been good at doing that a lot this season. It's a real threat. Funk got away with it. Cottbus are from right alongside the Polish border in Brandenburg. There's a shortcut to Regensburg for them, where you go through the Czech Republic for an hour or so. Here's Pelavan, couldn't find a way through. That's the free kick. It's a day to watch out for goals elsewhere, but this is a scoreline that will help them. It is goal difference and then goals scored if Teams are level on points in this league. Essen are already a goal up at home, but they have to win by 9 today. If Cottbus draw, if Cottbus lose, by the way, being 2 points clear of Duisburg and Essen, then they can very easily be knocked out of the top 2. The worst case scenario is they end up in 4th. The win would put any potential fears to bed, though. It's short by a walk-week grant for Axel Borgman, the captain again. It's his 7th season at Energie Cottbus since coming from Venlo. Big experience in the top division in the Netherlands. Played a season for them. So Schalke came through them. That's a good little burst through by Borgman down the left-hand side. And Paulus Beck standing his ground. Well, he's 31 now, Axel Borgman. It was a very, very solid break indeed down the left-hand side. Say he's well travelled would be an understatement. He's from Mulheim in the Ruhr. He spent a bit of time in Liechtenstein with Vaduz. And then before coming here, Venlo. So right on the border, in just inside the Netherlands. Lovely tight little ground, not smaller than this. Corner from Buziaris towards the far post, bit of a threat, simple head away. Fell towards Lucas Mitchellbrink. Decent control outside the area, taken by Buziaris again. Ciaci. Tolkai Ciaci. Cut out by Nicolas Oliveira. It is going to be a free kick to Cottbus. Bit of a tangle. Okay, Ciaci held up. Very good capture, the two brothers. Tolkai was there 18 months before Tolwa came along, the full Turkey international. Ciaci played for Turkey up to under 18 international level. But what a big goal by Tolwa Ciaci last week. Right at the end to earn the 2-1 victory over Veen Wiesbaden. Tolwa Ciaci has got himself a little bit of space. Buziaris to replace the ball, just in case you thought there might have been a bit of a training ground move on the way, not that we can rule that out. Ciaci let it go. In by Buziaris towards the near post. They did have one up their sleeve, but Benedict Sala saw it coming. Twice he's helped Jahn Regensburg out of this division, and twice they've been relegated again. King Manu up from the back on loan from Fortuna Düsseldorf. Already a lot of transfers making their way across both sides. Just in front of goal, it just bounced off Belavan. Hanneman was trying to stretch for it. King Manu causing a few problems when coming up. On loan at Hansa Rostock last season, pointing the way forward. Got their head down, almost perfect for Moritz Sannemann. Previously winner of the Regional Liga Südwest with Ulm the same time that Energie Cottbus were getting out of the equivalent division in the northeast. Headed on by Engelhardt. Stretch for Schoenfelder. But he got it. Free kick for Regensburg. Kept away well by Ziegler. Regensburg is still 0-0 at home against Victoria Cologne, but Rot-Weiss Essen a goal up away at Ulm. That would put Essen level on points with Cottbus, but well behind on goal difference right now. On the turn, Hannemann. Dieter Vollitz was a bit unhappy with the circumstances of the victory last week. Really had to fight for it to come back to claw themselves the victory at home to Wien Wiesbaden. Massive crowd at it. Held up by Mitchellbrink, King Manu. Support there, controlled now by Tolke Cieci. On for King Manu again. The club he's on loan from Fortuna Düsseldorf. One of 6 sides who could end up in the relegation playoff spot in the Weitere Bundesliga to face the third placer in the Dritte Liga. And not the only big name in that predicament. Lucas Mitchellbrink down the left-hand side. Good ball. Here's Buziaris. Short again. Clever by Tolke Cieci. That'll be a free kick. Long before the ball hit the post. Decent try by Simon Stradi. All the same. Somewhat subtly attempted takedown. Well stretched by Moritz Hannemann. He's got 8 goals this season. Buziaris has been gliding over quite a few of those free kicks. It was short for Axel Borgman. Hannemann back for Buziaris again. And still going into the area. Danger for the Jahn Regensburg defence. Certainly it was a short one slipped through by Mitchellbrink. Mitchellbrink got a foot onto it again. If they get promoted, then Cottbus, boss Klaus Dieter Vollitz said they want to sign him on loan for another season from Hertha Berlin. Full Lithuania international as well, a current one. 2 caps. Mother from there, he's Berlin born. Here's the current situation, but Cottbus have the nod in the second and final automatic promotion spot. Rot-Weiss Essen currently by their leader Ulmer into the promotion playoff spot. And down went Hannemann, just on the edge of the area. And Tobias Reichel, the referee, was keeping a close eye on it. Not enough for Hansa Rostock right now. They're currently 0-0 away at Saarbrücken, who only just stayed up, but they're going to have a major clear out in the summer. Up to a dozen players could be on the way there. A couple of new names who are Regensburg bound. Nassim Bouzioulab is joining from Havelse, who's their top scorer with 7 goals this season, 5 assists as well. But Andreas Geipel leaving after 9 years with the club. Divided into 2 spells with a few years at Heidenheim in the middle, 3 in total. Played back to Pelivan by Eric Engelhardt. Watery Grant trying not to get bogged down. He almost was. Going to be a throw for Regensburg. Cottbus on the brink of reclaiming old glories. They have had 6 seasons in the top flight. 2009 when they went down, 2014 when they definitively went down from the second flight, and haven't been up there since. Regensburg have had a much longer run there, 6 years in a row up to 2023, and then claimed promotion back up straight away, went straight back down straight away, and now they're here, 12th in the table. It's poked forward well. It's a dangerous ball. It's a quality ball set forward by Fine out wide. Seidel kept it going. Crossed dangerously. It's been knocked out by Dominic Pelivan, and the clearance completed strongly. Borgman had come across, made sure of it. It's a great ball, but it's offside. Not much doubt that there's been an early peeling away. In respect to results elsewhere, Cottbus are currently second and staying there. And they have a corner claimed by Buziaris. Good work by the Greek. Well, despite the distances, despite the fact that they would have had to leave very early in the morning, done a magnificent job of sending thousands down to Bavaria. They'd have had to have left before 9 AM to have been here on time. Decent corner and whacked off the post by Borgman. Solid effort by Axel Borgman. Brilliant ball back in towards the danger zone again and claimed by Paulus Beck somehow. I'm certain he didn't know a lot about that, but he managed to pull off the save. And Jahn Regensburg survive. Brilliant opportunities for Cottbus. And it stayed out, and now that'll surely be a free kick. Hanneman following through. What a very well hit effort from Axel Borgman, coming off the upright, the rebound knocked away. Good corner by Buziaris. Certainly a lot of trouble there. Waterwee Grant who got the flick on, and so perfect it fell for Borgman. But denied by the woodwork. Certainly got a good bit behind it, but 20 played at the Jahn Stadion. Jahn Regensburg 0, Energie Cottbus 0. Pollersbeck with the kick out. All down is Christian Kulvetter. He was not in the original starting lineup, as we mentioned at Jahn Regensburg, interestingly. Taken by Walker Grant. Control well in the middle. Remaining support, but coming back very deep for it. Just about enough is going the way of Cottbus right now. Dearth of goals in this division today. It is quite a high-scoring league. Of the top 5, only Essen in front. The rest goalless. Borgman. Good ball down the middle. It was a bit of a tester and a tempter, but Engelhardt couldn't reach it over his head. Won this league previously with Osnabrück, did Engelhardt back in 2023. Short by Benedict Salah. Clipped away by King Manu, and now Cottbus can bring it away again through Dominic Pelivan. Past the midway point of the first half. Would cap a somewhat erratic season for Jahn Regensburg, who were hoping to certainly be in with a shot of going back up at the first attempt. Somewhat unstable season for them, though. They can only plan for next campaign. Knocked long by King Manu. Good ball. Simon Stradi down the right hand side. The Italian. Oh, what a brilliant effort it was. The strike by Borgman, hit it down into the turf. Bounced off the post. Julian Pollersbeck beating the Regensburg goalkeeper. Covered by King Manu again. He's only 22. Certainly a feeling that Regensburg are going to have to shake up their squad a lot for next season. won 3 of the last 7 games. It's been a campaign that's suffered that way quite a bit, and they've lost out again here. Chance for it to be taken away, and Baziaris is in space. He wants it. He's not going to get it. Good enterprising break forward by Michelbrink, but without success. Three wins in the last 4 games. A great run just when they needed it the most. They'd be in a position for everybody to try and shoot them down, but it's a position of comfort where they are. Second in the table. Okay, Chiachi, edge of the area, trying to get the combination going quickly. Well reclaimed by Axel Borgman. And we're all named for Engelhardt. He got there too, and on the turn, Baziaris! Oh, that is magnificent! If that's the goal that sends them up, it's a pinch to do it! His 4th goal of the campaign for Cottbus. They have the lead they desire to send them up. They've struck first at the Jahn Stadion, and it was a strike of beauty. Baziaris was calling out for it. He knew what he wanted to do with it. It was a belter. Outside of the area on the turn, flash past Pollersbeck. That is a wonderful goal. Top corner job. Solid head on by Palavan. There was support from Chiachi. But Baziaris knew precisely what he wanted to do with it. And he did it to the letter. Cottbus lead on a day when a win means they're moving on up. 28 minutes played. It's Jahn Regensburg 0, Energie Cottbus 1. What a magnificent goal. And that might just suddenly spark Jahn Regensburg into a bit of action. And perhaps the other side surround Cottbus in the table. Chance of the cross. Nicolas Oliveira with the strike down the right-hand side. Couldn't find a way through. Well, they've travelled far. They've travelled wide all season, but in their 38th and last game, a very long Saturday, down to Bavaria, but right now it's worth it. Now Sasha Hillman has seen his side fall behind to a goal of wonderful quality. Just got behind it. And the precision, the perfection was all there. Hanneman into the area, good ball. It's Eric Engelhardt again. He's been well among the goals this season, and Engelhardt is still going the angle tag, trying to squeeze it in. Julian Pollersbeck was very alert. You have a couple of seasons when the goals weren't flying despite his tally in the campaign, remarkably. The scores are perfectly going Cottbus's way right now. In front of goal, Nicholas Oliveira played out wide, good ball. It's been pushed through, across by Benedict Bauer. He's another late change. So they're losing out. Brink was chasing after it, simple enough. Stop, and Cottbus are on the way. Still 0-0 between Duisburg and Victoria Köln. More on that in a moment. It's been knocked forward by Engelhardt. Great ball edge of the area. Basiaris, they certainly want him to shoot every time he gets the ball on his feet now. Threw himself at it, didn't reach it. Solid clearance away. 0-0 between Duisburg and Victoria Köln, and now 1-1 between Ulm and Rot-Weiss Essen. They're the two sides who can overtake Cottbus today. Good ball for a post. What a save by Funk to keep it out, and on the 2-2. Well, the door opened very, very quickly. And Oscar Schoenfelder has his head in his hands, pulled across well by Beckhoff, and an astonishing stop by Funk. It was Christian Kuhlwetter's ball in. Marvellous play, and what a stop by Funk. The best chance that Regensburg have had in the game. Certainly they will miss Marius Funk if and when he goes. But it would be very much going home a decade after departing Stuttgart, having come through the ranks there. Osnabrück already clinched the title. 8 points clear of Cottbus going to the final day. They're 1-0 up away at Stuttgart. That would certainly crown glory for them. It's just about the longest serving coach in the division. Cottbus have not been in the division the entire time, a few years in the Regionalliga, but he's been here since 2021. Stretch for it, Salah, low try, all the way, almost into the net. And the Cottbus defence open up suddenly. Got a good strike behind that, just hit that divot on the way. Interestingly, there's a lot of the Jurgen Klopps about, Klaus-Dieter Wollitz, and there was more of him there too. Absolutely livid the shot came in, but so far all is well. It's another good ball just outside the area. Intercepted well, and Wotwe Grant shuffling it away. Free kick it'll be to Cottbus. Good solid challenge down the near side from Benedict Bauer, who started this match in place of Robin Ziegler. Borgman's throw on the near flank for Walkway Grant. At the moment, they will be crowned. Promotion is heading their way. Controlled by Moritz Hannemann. He has support the overlap from Buziaris. Elected not to use him though. Here's Borgman, the skipper. So it's like this. Cottbus on 72 points. Duisburg third on 68. And Essen have now fallen behind by 2-1 at Ulm, and Rostock have gone ahead away at Saarbrücken by 1-0. So Rostock right now move up to 4th, and they're a point off the promotion playoff final spot. Of May and 1st of June, those games will be played. Header away was a bit slight. Benedict Sala clear. It's a solid break. They've got 4 coming forward here of Jahn Regensburg. Trying to poke it forward was Eric Hopman. He got denied. It's taken up by Moritz Hannemann for Cottbus. A Walkway Grant on the deck, and it's the first yellow card of the encounter against Benedict Sala. Regensburg have 5 players who were 1 booking away from a suspension, and he certainly had a few follow-up words to say as well, did Benedict Sala. Completing 10 years at the club now. He's had all the ups and downs with them. Age 33 now, the former German underage international. Has the Rostock, and now 2 up at Saarbrücken. But Duisburg at the moment holding on to 3rd place. Currently 0-0 at home against Victoria Köln. Tolkai Ciurci. Just went through Dominic Pelivan a couple of times, and again there, lost out. Quality ball attempted down the line by Benedict Bauer. The low effort was just fizzing away from the moment it left the boot. Nothing to trouble Marius Funk in the Cottbus goal. Outside the area, falling for Engelhardt. Has support, lovely ball through, Buziaris! Kept out by Julian Pollersbeck. What a great chance for his, and a second for Cottbus. Trying to put it to bed before half-time. Well, Buziaris was very well released by Eric Engelhardt. Stole away, down the left of the penalty area. Actually struck it very well, though. Was looking to evade Pollersbeck. It's a brilliant block. Certainly, I think it was goal bound. Pollersbeck would have had to react very, very quickly. Again, it's Yanis Buziaris with the corner kick towards the far post. Rebounded a couple of times off Mauritanian, and it's play on. Taken by Okay, Chiachi again. Formerly of Greuther Fürth. Victoria Berlin as well. And the potential of a break for Regensburg suddenly fizzling away. Christian Kuhlwetter, the club captain. Christian Kuhlwetter, who's got 4 this season, the Regensburg captain. Deep conversation between him and referee Tobias Reichel. Not long by Marius Funk. Only missed a handful of games since coming from Ingolstadt at the start of the season, and now it doesn't look as if he's going to be around for long. And also on the move, Berkan Taz of Verl, who's been involved in more goals than anyone else this season. 36 now, he's on his way from Verl to Bochum apparently. That's a good move. That's great for Bochum. Taken by Felix Strauss. Came from Sparta Varna at the start of the season. Austrian under-21 international, spent most of his career there. Here now though, Benedikt Bauer. Openings down the right-hand side, whipped in very quickly. Super header! The chance opening up for Eric Hoppmann. Euro under-17 semi-finalist once upon a time. But it is Yanis Buziaris with this goal that right now is sending Cottbus up. Heading back to dreamland, so many years in the Regionalliga. Had to win it 2 years in a row to get up. First time they'd picked the wrong year to win the league. It wasn't automatic promotion then. Following season, they timed it perfectly, and certainly Cottbus have timed it perfectly today. Benedikt Bauer with the throw for Jahn Regensburg. It's amazing the various hotspots around Europe that you end up in, and suddenly you see a whole load of Jahn Regensburg stickers. Bendik Salah. Hit long, threatening, but out. Perfect situation right now for Cottbus and the Coach Follets. They are ahead. Duisburg and Essen can only displace them if Cottbus don't win, and the other two do. And right now the other two are both drawing. Essen involved in some match. 2-2 they are right now away at Ulm. And that would mean 4th for them and no chance of promotion at all. And Ulm already relegated. 2 goals for Essen from Torben Musli. Got the opener. After 90 seconds, he's just hit the leveller just before half-time. Rosa and Schesser with what were the lead goals for Ulm. Into stoppage time. So far, so good for Energie Cottbus. They lead by a goal to nil. Yanis Buziaris with the strike, a brilliant strike. His fourth of the season has Cottbus well in control. And there are so many permutations today of who could take second spot, but the simple job for Cottbus, win and you're up. And at half-time, they are winning. At the break, Jahn Regensburg 0, Energie Cottbus 1. Energie Cottbus on the way on their current scoreline, 1-0 up away at Jahn Regensburg, and that would mean no one else could touch them at this stage, and they would be on the way up to the Zweite Bundesliga. Elsewhere, Duisburg in third and 0-0 at home against Viktoria Köln, and Rot-Weiss Essen 2-2 away at Ulm. That would not be enough. Hansa Rostock trying to move up the table. They're 2-0 up at Saarbrücken. But they need things to go wrong for the clubs above them. Now, there are changes here. Eichinger is on for Jahn Regensburg for their second half. Wearing 11, he was originally named in the starting lineup, but he's certainly on now. And Sascha Hingerl as well, wearing the 35. He came from Buchbach in January. Both on now. But it's the perfect scoreline for Cottbus. All they have to do is win today, and they go up. And they'll be in the top two divisions for the first time since 2014. It's been quite a wait. Obviously, there were very many years when they were in the top flight in the old East Germany. Oh, that's a great ball in the middle suddenly. Flag up. One count. But suddenly those changes early in the second half really affecting Cottbus. Regensburg have the ball in the net, but a minute after the restart, offside. Oh, good opportunity it was too. It was well taken, no doubt about it. Nick Seidel off for the second half. A bit more in Regensburg for this second period. Certainly it has to be that way. Eric Engelhardt, what a campaign, 22 goals. The most spectacular season. 4 goals off Lars Gindorf of Alemannia Aachen. Engelhardt is going up. On the current scorelines anyway. Hotman with that goal ruled out for offside in the opening moments of this half. Well, it was a good attack. It was a well-primed attack. It's certainly showing the danger that they have. Osnabrück are now 3-0 up away at Stuttgart. Hansa Rostock 2-0 up at Saarbrücken still. And for the two sides mutually chasing Energie Cottbus, it's all going wrong for Duisburg and Essen. Free kick then for Cottbus, just inside their own half. Engelhardt caution. Decent ball up the line, trying to control it there was Engelhardt. Felix Kraus doing a good job of covering it. Here's a Salzburg boy. Came through their man Victoria Kuhl. And in this division next season we have a Cologne derby, because congratulations to Fortuna Cologne, they have been promoted. A little bit of a shove off the ball just as the throw was going to be taken by Schoenfelder. Not a beautiful feeling after all. Tolkay Chiachi and Schoenfelder getting a bit of a talking to from Tobias Reichel, but all seems very cordial. And Chiachi went. He came here first, and his brother Tolga visited a few times, watched training, helped out with training, and then all of a sudden he's joined the club from Sivasspor as well. And Duisburg are behind. 1-0 down at home to Victoria Kuhl. And that is changing the promotion picture now. Decent ball into the area, and it fell so invitingly. Borgman in a great position. Captain had a swing at it. A superb stop by Julian Pollersbeck. Down went Tolkay Chiachi. Might have been caught there by Felix Strauss, but play on, brilliant stop. All the way through, chance in front of goal, having a swing at it was King Manu. Borgman trying to ride the challenge. So Borgman, caution. Quite a few who are heading towards suspension. Engelhardt has already breached that, by the way. That yellow card a few minutes ago, his 5th of the season, so he will miss his next match in German League football. Cut out well by Chiachi, trying to bring it through. Went down, but no free kick. Well, they're loving this right now. So Cottbus, they're ahead. Duisburg behind, Essen drawing. Hansa Rostock only make it into the top 3 if Essen are losing. In terms of what we're watching, the planets could not have been aligning any more perfectly for Energie Cottbus. Good low effort that Marius Funk watched all the way. And from his vantage point, things couldn't look better for Klaus-Dieter Wollitz. It was a real trundler. But Marius Funk down well to save. The cross was just overhit in the end. Been so many quality sides. Axel Borgman. He's one of us. He's 31 now as well. He turns 32 in the summer 2019 when he came from Venlo. That wonderful club right on the border between the Netherlands and Germany. Keeper to keeper. Always leaves a bitter taste if it's your home game but not your party. That's the incentive for next season already written. It was the sort of occasion that Alex Ferguson saw Arsenal celebrating the league title against Manchester United, having clinched it earlier in the day, and United hadn't won the title under him at his stage. And that's what was a springboard to 20 years of perennial glory. Remember this, boys. It doesn't feel good, does it? Well, it feels good for the victorious side, and it's feeling good for Cottbus right now. As controlled well by Bozziaris. It's a great ball through. Here's the opportunity. It was just too strong in the end. But the break was on for Eric Engelhardt, looking to add to his 22 goals this season. 18 months since he came from Osnabrück, and his old side and his current side both going up. Osnabrück clinching it a few weeks ago. Cottbus having to wait until the final day, but right now they are on their way. And because of what's happening with Duisburg and Essen, right now, even if they were losing, they would be going up. Approaching the hour mark at the Jahn Stadion. Controlled well by Simon Straudy. Up for Tolke Chirchi. Engelhardt looking to bring it away, but it was well covered for a moment by Leopold Verm. Out for the goal kick. It's always worth the trip, but it's especially worth it today. Benedict Salah being brought off also for Regensburg. So they've made 2 changes so far. Energie Cottbus have not made one yet. Good news across the board for Energie Cottbus right now. They're the ones right now who are buoyant. Tolgay Chirchi, he's found his way into the area. He's run out of space a little bit, but but he's had the power and control to keep going. Well, he's had the class of playing in the top flight in Turkey. His brother Tolga Tolwa having that as well. A season to remember for Cottbus. They are already looking to shore things up ahead of the new campaign. The foul by Mitchell Brink. And it's yellow for him. A third yellow for Energie Cottbus today. Actually, a third yellow in the space of 12 minutes. Right on the hour mark in Regensburg. Apologies all the way. And the brother's going to come on. Toy Tietche, who scored the late winner last week. Away at home against Veen Wiesbaden, but they looked as if they were going to be departing with a loss. Trailing very early on in that. Free kick for Regensburg. Curled in dangerously well all the way. Nobody got a touch on it in the end. Well, having scored the goal that for now is setting Energie Cottbus up. Great acclaim coming for Yanis Buziaris, his fourth goal since coming from Waldorf at the start of the season. A belting strike. Had been with Stuttgart. Coming into professional football. A very professional goal. He's off. Toy Tietche is on. First change of the match for Cottbus. They would have wished that it had happened in front of their own fans, but anybody will take promotion. Good cut inside the area, and the effort from a very long way out, never really testing very much. Ingle on the move up. It's a good step up for him to this level actually. He's generally played Regionalliga, division just below this, or the Oberliga, the fifth flight. Tried to break in. Solid play by Hotman. And finally properly cleared by King Manu. Just a bit too far in the end for Hanneman down the left-hand side. Well, Duisburg starting the day in third. They're only 2 points behind Energie Cottbus, but they trail by a goal to nil at home against Victoria Köln, and as a result of that, on the live table, falling to 5th spot. You may well remember them as the top flight club. They were there for a good while. Backfire, Simon Stroudy and King Manu. Back for Marius Funk. If Cottbus are on the way up, we are going to stick around for a few more minutes after the final whistle, incidentally. Bring you some additional victorious scenes change imminent. The foul by Eichinger, now double change for Cottbus required. It's John Posselt who's replacing Christian Golvetter, the captain. 25 minutes to go. Posselt, who came from Paderborn at the start of the season. Golvetter off. Posselt on. Flick away, that was by Hanneman. Strong belt away by a Nortway Grant. He too coming at the start of the season from Stuttgarter Kickers. They bolted the squad up very well. It bounced off Engelhardt. Edge of the area. Okay, Chierchi trying to reach in for it. Chierchi again fouled by Sascha Hingrel. Florian Dietz on for Hopman as well. Just didn't work out up front for him today, despite all the goals he's got. Schoenfelder giving the free kick away. Regensburg have one change left to make. They know they're staying in this division next season. Midway point of the second half, and it is perfect right now for Energie Cottbus. Challenge was somewhat awkward. Posselt aiming long. Okay, Chierchi, good ball near side. King Manu has it, controlling well. Lovely flick right in front of goal by Engelhardt. Aiming for a second to be remembered for all time. Manu's cross, it was lovely. How about that? Felix Kapart was ready for it. Cottbus support thrilled. 20 more minutes or so and they've made it. Crossed by Oliveira. Whistled up. Well, this is how it stands. Looks like Cottbus have had an easier time of it. Rote by session at the moment would be in the promotion playoff spot. Hansa Rostock winning their goal within a point of it, but Duisburg losing against Victoria Köln. And in 5th position and missing out right now. Osnabrück winning as well right now, and dazzlingly so against Stuttgart. Stopped by Borgman, covered by Florian Dietz. By Felix Strauss, good ball down the right hand side. Cross was tempting. Marius Funk letting it fly, covered by Oskar Schoenfelder. Not a bad header in the end. Marius Funk did well to save it, he just plucked it out of the air. Dietz trying to make an impact after coming on for Hotman. Decent effort, 19 to go. It's just been the perfect day for Cottbus. They have the lead that they wanted. No playoffs would be required in this situation. Opportunities here though for Eichinger down the left. He didn't have it for long. They've all been sent flying. Play on though for referee Tobias Reichel. Trying to bring it away, Hannemann. He almost did. Slide in by Dominic Pelivan, he did really well there. Potential for the break to be on again down the near side for Tolkay Chiachi into the area. Just opened himself up a bit too much. It was simple in the end for it to be taken. Play by Hingerl. Well, the Chiachi brothers have certainly contributed an immense amount this season for Cottbus. Tolga Chiachi's winning goal last week was his first for the club, but what a goal for the club. Brilliant effort from outside the area. Tolkay, who came here first by 18 months, has scored 17 league goals. It's a brilliant tally. Covered by Pelivan. This one sent forward to Eichinger again. Final effort coming in from Posselt. Didn't get far with it though. Reclaimed by Nicolas Oliveira. On the charge. A lot of good attacking from Regensburg in the last 10 minutes or so. They've not been able to produce a lot from it. Maybe here they will. They have enough men in the area. Chance for it to be pulled back by Adrian Fine in towards the centre. No joy. Their two front starters, Hotman and Kulvetter, taken off. Falling for Oskar Schoenfelder. It's kept alive down the near side. Won by Felix Strauss. Cross was a decent one, and possibly Schoenfelder with a chance to control. Couldn't manage it. Eichinger. Moving to Karlsruhe after this game. There's always an element of celebration for any side's last home game of the season. Schoenfelder has put a lot in. Cottbus are going to bring a couple on. Mervell, Biancardi. Making his way on with 15 to go. Came from Arminia Bielefeld at the start of the season. Also coming on, Anderson Lukoki, the Angola international, with 14 minutes remaining. Axel Borgman off. I'm sure he'd love to have still been on, the captain, by the final whistle. Well, they had to withdraw someone. Hanneman somewhat dissatisfied too, potentially. Biancardi replacing him. Hanneman's old side that he departed at the start of the season, Arminia Bielefeld, they could end up being stuck in the promotion relegation playoff final from the other side in the Zweite Bundesliga, the second flight. Koki coming from 1860 Munich. Again, they'll be in the Dritte Liga in this division next season. One change left for Regensburg and two for Cottbus, and we're going to have another one shortly. Schoenfelder got the foot in. Benedikt Barr has put the work in with 12 minutes to go. He departs the scene too. Alan Dizdarovic is on. So the police are ready, just in case. Alan Dizdarovic of Bosnian extraction, making his debut at the age of 16. The number 42 shirt, he's been playing for the under-19s. But certainly a day to remember for all Cottbus fans. all 5 changes for Regensburg now. Still coming on the attack with 10 minutes remaining, trying to turn this game around. It's flicked away by Marius Funk in the Cottbus goal. A shot to nothing in the end, but it almost made it in. Dezdarovic, the man in the mask. His cross certainly made Marius Funk think about it. His first touch in professional football. Corner was effective. Dezdarovic just on has been playing under 17 football mainly this season and under 19 at a regional basis. Certainly worth an effort from Jahn Posselt there. But there they are, almost 5 hours away from home. All the other scores perfectly aligned. Duisburg have equalised against Victoria Köln. It is 1-1 there now. 2-2 still between Ulm and Essen, who were 4th coming into today. Brought forward again by no liking of Jahn Regensburg. Edge of the area chance has been pulled back well. Here's an opportunity in front of goal. They were all queuing up. And the final strike rebounds away. The effort by Nicolas Oliveira. Good try from the German under-20 cap. This is how it is right now then. Cottbus still with that good advantage. Duisburg back up into 3rd place. Well, that point would be worth a lot. They're drawing, Essen are drawing. Hansa Rostock, who were ahead, are now 3-2 down. Away at Saarbrücken. They were 2-0 up. 3 goals in the space of a quarter of an hour. Tim Surveyor has just made it 3-2 for Saarbrücken. Free kick for Regensburg. Oliveira playing a good part in it. Floated in, and Ala Dezdarovic is having some professional debut. It's the lowest professional division, the lowest national division in German football. The Energie Cottbus are moving on up out of it. Taken on by Lukoki. Seven minutes left in the season for Regensburg. Schoenfelder trying to get it right down the middle. Controlled by Jahn Posselt. There's no threat for Regensburg at all if they lose, but they put good effort into today. Certainly a large element of relief for Cottbus with the comeback victory against Wien Wiesbaden last week, but annoyance as well for Klaus-Dieter Wollestadt. It had come to that in the first place. There he is, looking so anxious. It has been for them a tremendously long wait. All all pensive, all waiting for the final whistle, but it's still a good bit away. $17,000 in the Jahn Stadion today. It's going to be a free kick. Short for Schoenfelder. Would be worth pointing out as well that Cottbus normally wear red, and that's why everybody in the crowd's wearing that today, not just supporting one side here. Taken by Eichinger. Michel Brink with the challenge. A lot of calm being urged by Cottbus here, and rightly so. They're kicking every ball down there. They don't want it to go wrong at the last moment. There is still a chance for Duisburg to come back and win. They don't need to lose here. Short for Olga again. Duisburg level. A Regensburg leveler would put Cottbus and Duisburg level on points, but Cottbus would have a goal difference. Better by 2. Duisburg need to win by 3 goals at least. Good ball played forward. King Manu getting the header away. Duisburg were also hoping for a Regensburg win, which is not happening. Henry Rohrig and Ted Tatamush are going to be the 2 final changes of the season for Energie Cottbus here. Decent break this is by Oscar Schoenfelder. It's come out wide. Taken again by Noel Eichinger in the middle. No real support there though. Eichinger trying to get the ball back in towards the danger zone again. It's flicked away well. Might fall invitingly for the youngster. Dizdarovic in front of goal, and the final effort from Schoenfelder saved. Marius Funk has done his job today. Follett's quite slouched back, but it's not in the bag yet. Here's Eichinger. Chance to cut into the area. Regensburg certainly smell a goal or two. And they've not been able to find a way past Cottbus yet. On by Adrian Fine. Through John Posselt. He's played half the season really for Regensburg. He's missed half the matches. They had a run of injuries, quite a run of injuries earlier in the campaign. Dizdarovic has certainly had that, as you can tell. Needing the mask. Here's Adrian Fine. That's a good one poked forward. It'll fall invitingly in front of goal here. Hingerl trying to get it across there, but cut out twice by King Manu. He's a big boy. As one of the Riot squad have found out. How many minutes of added time required? Well, Rohrig is replacing Michel Brink, who's on a card, but I don't think they have to worry about that at this stage. They're going to sign him again, potentially on loan for another season, maybe permanently from Hertha Berlin, should they clinch promotion, and they're on the way to managing that. Great campaign from Michel Brink. 30th appearance of the season for the Lithuania international, and likewise Polke Cierci. Ted Tatamush, his replacement, came from Carl Zeiss Jena at the start of the season. There's another great old grandee name of football in the East. Corner was short. He'll come towards Ike here again, curl towards the far side and claimed well by Marius Funk. It will be another wait still for Cottbus. Sounded like 4 minutes actually on the tannoy. They had the news first. Met by the head very strongly too of Cold Vorm. They've got plenty in the area. Could be a chance here, right in stoppage time, and it's blocked on the line. They're claiming handball, I think. Maybe they're claiming it's over the line. Hiking a shot. They couldn't find a way in. Could you imagine if they'd equalised now? The door would be slightly ajar for Duisburg. Good stop, came off the midriff. What a block, what a stop. And what a chance for Regensburg to tie it up. Good ball played up towards the edge of the area. What a contrast. Pure excitement on the bench, but the call for calm too. Duisburg back level at 1-1 with a Victoria corner. That's not enough for them. Hansa Rostock have tied it up at Saarbrücken at 3-3. But they look like they're going to miss out. Even if they got the win at this stage, they'd still be a point shy of Duisburg in third and Essen in fourth. And this could wrap it up. But it's wide from Biancardi, the late substitute. Maybe the lowest scoring game of the day, but it's the most important result of the day. Won by Leopold Wurm. Good close control, came through Schoenfelder. Edge of the area, it's John Posselt on the way, he's gone down, and Regensburg have a penalty in the 4th minute of stoppage time. This may be all too little too late, but it's a spot kick. No VAR. Next season, no review system has had been suggested. Well, it's a penalty here. It might take a little bit of the shine off the Cottbus celebration, but right now they are set to celebrate even if this goes in. Florian Dietz will take the spot kick. He's only scored twice this season. Surely it's too late for this to be a pivotal point of the season. This may well be the last kick of the season. It's Florian Dietz. It's saved! It's saved by Marius Funk! A day where everything has gone their way, and look at this, Cottbus are on the break here. They've got support here from Biancardi, it won't find him. That's incredible! And that's Cottbus up! They've got the win they needed on the last day! And Cottbus go up to the second flight! 12 years away from this fighter of Bundesliga, but they have made it. A 1-0 win at Jahn Regensburg, which never looked comfortable, but they held on to it. They had enough energy, and Energie Cottbus earned promotion to the second flight. And at the Jahn Stadium today, so far away from home, it feels like their Heimspiel. Energie Cottbus are going up with Osnabrück next season. They've missed it. They'll enjoy every second of it. But what a way for them to secure it right at the end. That spot kick, tremendously saved by Marius Funk, who's only missed, 4 games all season. When it's your day, it is your day. And it has been that for Cottbus, no doubt about it. Jahn Regensburg, who had come down from the second flight last season, and they've had a few very decent runs in it over the last dozen years, whilst Cottbus have been out of it, even dropping down to the 4th flight. Even winning the Regionalliga 3 years ago wasn't enough to get them promotion. They missed out in the playoffs, then went up automatically 2 seasons ago, and now promotion again. They were close to it last campaign. They finished 4th. This is a golden, sweet way for the season to end for Cottbus. The penalty for Dietz to tie it up for Regensburg, and he saved it with his feet. A magnificent stop. A marvellous save, and all off the bench. The final whistle wouldn't come straight away, but it would only be a few seconds after that. The moment finally arriving after 38 long weeks of the season, and even longer, 12 agonising long years away from second division football, but they've made it back there now. They've kept on the last day Duisburg and Essen at bay. And these are memories to last a lifetime. 2 years ago, they were still playing regional football, but they were a class act. They were almost in a class of their own. They put together a really good squad. They've got a brilliant long-serving boss who's been here 6 years now, and will certainly relish taking them up and playing in the second flight next season. Jahn Regensburg know what it's like to play there. And they've got that old feeling that Fergie had of it being their home game, but not their party. It's going to be one long party home, and probably a lot longer of a way home for Cottbus tonight. They've ended up winning 6 of the last 8 games. Wobbles mid-season, finally put to bed. Good start to the campaign. They found their consistency, they kept it going. I mean, their final surge up the table, like Osnabrück, who had that remarkable winning run that saw them win this Dritte Liga. And Cottbus not far behind them. Get the vital win on the final day. Now, Essen have just got ahead late on. 3-2 at Ulm, and Hansa Rostock have gone 4-3 up away at Saarbrücken. Duisburg have been held at home by Viktoria Köln. They could not get the winner. So as it stands, Duisburg are down into fourth. Essen are still playing, and they would be third so long as they don't concede a late leveller in stoppage time away at already relegated Ulm. None of that is a worry for Cottbus. They kept all of that thought of playoff football behind them. All they had to do today was win. It sounds so simple. It never is. But they got the win. They were only 2 points ahead of Duisburg and Rot-Weiss coming into this final day. They weren't even guaranteed of a top 3 spot, of even that playoff place. And remember, they were the travelling side today, and this is the 3rd division. We've had crowds in the last few weeks at Aachen and in Rostock of nigh on 30,000. And those two sides just about missing out. That point for Duisburg is bad news for them. It's also bad news for Hansa Rostock because it means Rostock can only finish 4th at best. They're still playing. They're still 4-3 up at Saarbrücken. But the season for Cottbus has been quite superb. They did come into it with a strong squad, and they've made good use of it. Strong for this division anyway. They lost 8 games. Eventual champions Osnabrück lost 6. They win the league by 8 points. Rot-Weiss have won as well, so they go into the playoff. They finish in 3rd spot. 2 points behind Cottbus in the end, who are promoted as runners-up. Regensburg end the season in 13th. They were still 4 places and 14 points above the relegation zone. They lost 17 of their matches. And if you do that, you're not going up. They were never really in any fear, Regensburg, of going down, but they certainly weren't in any fear of going up either. Which they had done a couple of times when they were most recently dropping out of the 2nd flight. You don't want to say in a day like this that that'll be the next task for Cottbus. They've got up, they have to stay there now, but that's a job for next season. Here's the final table. All the games are now over. Osnabrück the champions. They and Energie Cottbus climb into the Zweite Bundesliga, and Essen, off the back of that dramatic late victory by 3-2 at Ulm, they climb into 3rd. Duisburg drawing on the last day against Viktoria Köln, and they were behind in a lot of that. They started the day 3rd, they finished 4th, and they remain in the Dritte Liga, as do Hansa Rostock, whose very slim chance on the final day came a cropper, and Verl, who in many ways, well, they were the dream story of the year. They are aiming to be the smallest town ever in German football history to make it into the top 2 divisions. It hasn't happened this time. It might happen next time. It has happened finally for Cottbus today. A club with a plan. A club with a very sizable support. It took them a while to get out of regional football, out of the 4th flight. And at this 2nd attempt only, and remember last season, they only just missed out on a top 3 spot. Saarbrücken nipped in ahead of them. They haven't suffered that fate today. They haven't had to worry about it today. They have brought thousands upon thousands down from the eastern tip, from the border with Poland, in deepest Brandenburg, all the way down to Bavaria, close to Munich. And they have got the win. What resolve. And ultimately, what a squad too. Engelhardt scored 22 goals, the second highest score in this division. Tolke Chiesi scored 17 goals, had 16 assists, which was just immense. And the brothers, you look at who Torres played for. Hertha Berlin, Wolfsburg. He was at the club when they won the league, when they had their very, very good European runs. Was at Galatasaray and Fenerbahce and Başakşehir, and now here. And the brothers have played such a part in getting Energie back up into the second flight for next season. There are no pigs flying for them. They made it happen. They'd slipped down to 5th spot with just a couple of months of the season left. And by only losing 2 of the last 9 games, by winning 6 of the last 8, they followed in Osnabrück's slipstream. And the rest could not keep up. It might be Rot-Weiss Essen who go up with Osnabrück and Cottbus, quite a geographical spread. Might be, though, Arminia Bielefeld who go down. Fortuna Dusseldorf as well, who were once a big enough club that they staged the Eurovision Song Contest. That was now on 15 years ago. They're struggling too and may not stay up in the second flight. But maybe Rot-Weiss Essen too will be in the Zweite Bundesliga next season. I mean, they've great support. They've a very big stadium in their own right of Energie Cottbus. And you can be certain that, well, depending on form, that it should be full for most weeks of next season. They've been immense. Always helps to have a strong goalkeeper as well, and they have that in Marius Funk. Jahn Regensburg will be looking to rebuild next season, having finished in the bottom 8 this campaign. At least they didn't suffer 2 relegations in a row. That has happened to Ulm, who dropped down into regional football. Bavaria, like the Ruhr, but I guess like you could say so many regions of Germany, it's a very good footballing hotbed. Lots of quality clubs. Well, what a day it's been. Energie Cottbus, we'll see them next season in the Zweite Bundesliga on the day that they had to win, when they brought so many on a 10-hour round trip. It has been their day and it has been their year. What a season. Thanks for joining us for it. Jahn Regensburg 0, Energie Cottbus 1, and Cottbus are promoted.
So.